And we are live. Let me just get my headphones on. Very good, very good. We already have someone watching. Hello, welcome back. We are glad to have you. I'll say something in the chat. If you are first joining us, as always, give that video a big thumbs up, smash the like button. I would greatly appreciate that. Just to help the YouTube algorithm does support me and my channel. Okay, we have quite a few people hopping on. Oh boy, that number is growing quickly. Good afternoon, everyone. We are glad to have you back. Wow, that number is growing rapidly. If you're first joining us, as always, give this video a big thumbs up, smash the like button. I'm surprised on a what's today, Wednesday afternoon. Out of nowhere, we have this many people already on board. Usually it takes a little bit more time, but we have a lot of people. So say something in the chat. Let me know where you're tuning in from. In the chat, it should be either down below or on the side. We already have Jin. Hello, Jin. Nice to have you here. She said, hi, Logan. Nice to have you. Whoever's joining us, as always, give the video a big thumbs up. Today we are covering the state stimulus plan, and more particularly, the checks that are now going out. We have breaking news surrounding the stimulus checks from the California state stimulus plan, and that is going to be sent out by the end of this month. We have breaking news. Yes, of course, of course. Hello, Renee, coming from Ohio. Hello, Willany or Willin. I don't want to pronounce that wrong. Coming from Anniston, Alabama. Very good. Hello, Amber. Hello, Jolene. Hello, Queen Roberta. Thank you very much for tuning in. We will be covering the state stimulus plan that is, in fact, going to be sent out. So let's get started and dive right in. If you're first joining us, as always, give the video a big thumbs up. And if you haven't already, make sure you are subscribed to this channel. Click that big red button and that notification bell as well. Some people miss the lives. They see the pre-recorded videos, but they don't catch the lives. That's because you don't have notifications turned on. So very important. Let's get started. So yes, the Golden State Stimulus Plan, the second iteration of the Golden State Stimulus. And now Californians could be eligible for a check of up to $1,100 from the state as early as next week. We have brand new word from a California representative. Andrew LePage of the California Franchise Tax Board says people will receive checks between $500 and $1,100 in most cases. We officially learned from the California Tax Franchise Board as far as their representatives, and they told us that the payments will be issued at least by the end of this month. So early next week, mid next week, it's possible. Like the first payments, the second round of payments will be issued in 2-week increments. So if you don't receive them 1 week, you might have to wait a couple of weeks to receive the payments. But yes, they are being sent out finally. Check back on the chat quickly here. Hello, Lisa. Hello, Miriam. Good to have you all on here. Hello, Alejandrina. Alejandrina, nice name, from El Paso, Texas. Again, if you're first tuning in, make sure you go ahead and smash the like button. And so, yes, the California State Stimulus Plan payments will be sent either by direct deposit or paper check, according to the Franchise Tax Board. And there's a tool on the tax board's website that will allow you to actually determine the amount that you'll receive. So that's pretty helpful. Generally speaking, if you qualified for the first stimulus payment and claimed a credit of one or more dependents, you'll receive $500. If you did not qualify for that stimulus payment and did not claim a credit of one or more dependents, you'll receive $600. If you did not qualify for that stimulus and claimed one or more dependents, you'll receive the full amount of $1,100 because you did not qualify for the first one that was sent out to lower income people. The second round of the California state stimulus is more expanded to a larger range of people. Lastly, if you qualified for the stimulus and did not claim a credit for one or more dependents, you do not qualify for the second stimulus payment. Governor Gavin Newsom signed a bill on July 12th that includes $12 billion in relief for families, quote, hit hardest by the pandemic, according to legislation. Newsom said at the time, quote, the state is taking on the inequities laid bare by the pandemic, expanding our support for Californians facing the greatest hardship. That was all the way back then. Of course, he is facing the recall election, so some are saying that this is some sort of a bribe to essentially tell his residents to keep him in office indirectly without saying keep me in office. But that recall election is going forward, and, well, he does have a chance of being recalled. The funds were drawn from federal recovery funds and California's budget surplus, so a combination of the federal stimulus plans and the money left over in the coffers from that, as well as the fact that California has an unprecedented budget surplus during the pandemic. Newsom said about two-thirds of residents will be eligible for these $600 payments. Those with children will receive an additional $500, completing that full $1,100 that someone could potentially qualify for. Go back to the chat for a second. Hello, Benjamin, Wichita, Kansas. I have not heard anything in regard to a Kansas state stimulus plan. It's always possible. You never know. All these governors are coming out with some plans, especially the states that have additional funds and additional resources to provide that for their people. Hello, Brenthia. Nice to have you on. Hello, Alicia. Hello, Lisa. I received the vaccine, and do you recommend? Well, Lisa, that's every single time I do a live, we get comments that I've never ever seen before. Usually, the comments are pretty consistent on my pre-recorded videos, but then when it comes to lives, last time on the live, someone said that you have quite the smile, and now we have Lisa here asking about the vaccine. So every single time we do a live, we always have some sort of unique situation, a scenario that has never ever happened before in history. And so we are getting asked about the vaccine. Well, at least I'm not an immunologist, nor am I a doctor. Quite the opposite. I did not even attend college. So I don't, you can argue I'm the least qualified person to talk about the vaccine. However, I did receive the vaccine and I absolutely recommend it to everyone else. I'm not going to spread disinformation and try to tell you one way or the other, but surely I would recommend it to my audience. Hello, Willin, Alabama. Well, Alabama, I would say they have been one of the most anti-stimulus states. Governor Kate Ivey was one of the first to cut off the unemployment benefits, one of the first states to cut them off. Hello, Big TY or Big Ty TV. I always say TY because I always look at it as thank you. But I assume it's Ty. I assume it's Ty, Big Ty TV. Very good. Where are you coming and tuning in from? Very good. Hello, Scarlett, Missouri. Nothing we haven't heard necessarily in regard to a state stimulus plan from Missouri. We're covering the California state stimulus plan right now. So most people will typically qualify for an income of less $75,000 annually last year and have lived in California for most of the year, live in the state now, and are not claimed as dependent and filed taxes, 2020 taxes, before October 15th, 2021. Again, $600 will be given if you qualify. If you file jointly, your combined income would need to be less than $75,000. It's not like the regular stimulus where you can have an individual's income be $75,000, and then if you're married filing jointly, $150,000. In this case, for the California state stimulus plan, you only qualify if your individual income is less than $75,000, and or if your income is less than $75,000, married filing jointly. So you cannot go above that threshold no matter which way you file. And again, you'll receive another $500 in additional bonus if you have dependents. Again, if you receive money from the first round of the Golden State stimulus that was more targeted towards lower income people, you'll miss out on the second payment. For example, if you qualify for the GSS, Golden State Stimulus 2, and you not get a Golden State stimulus and you have one or more dependents, you would get $1,100 for the Golden State Stimulus 2 because you have the dependents and you did not get the first round. People with ITINs instead of Social Security numbers will receive $1,000 with a dependent. For everyone, the number of dependents isn't a factor. It's just based on whether you have one or more dependents, not based on the number, compared to other stimulus checks where it was paid out per dependent. So that's important to note. And the state will start issuing payments by the end of the month and will continue issuing them on a 2-week basis. So it'll be more so a bi-weekly basis. Direct deposit payments will arrive first, followed by paper checks. So direct deposit will be prioritized, just like we've seen in all past stimulus packages, whether it be at the state level or the federal level. Direct deposit always is the fastest way to reach and access people's bank accounts and is the fastest way to get money to the people. Again, this is a process to how federal stimulus checks were distributed, quite similar. So that's what we know about the doubt. It took months and months for it to finally come. It's unfortunate that it took this long so far into the pandemic when you have California, a situation where we covered in the last video on unemployment, where I believe it's hundreds of thousands of people are still unable to receive unemployment because of the disastrous system and the unemployment processing and system that they have in California, so many people have still not received unemployment. So this will be something. This will be some sort of reprieve, some sort of a relief for them finally. But it's just unfortunate that it just took this long to finally get the checks out when the legislation was signed into law and enacted so long ago. We've been covering the California state stimulus plan for months and months now. Shouldn't have had to take this long when it passed quite easily in the legislature. So it's unfortunate that it took this long. It's good that it's finally being sent out, but it has to do with the disastrous system in California and the politics. And of course, Gavin Newsom played a factor as well. And it's no surprise that he's being recalled. So we'll see if fellow YouTuber Meet Kevin will ultimately replace Gavin Newsom. I'll be watching that election very carefully. We're also curious to see if he'll eventually do well, but you have other big conservative names also in the race that have arguably a bigger following, have been around longer, more of a veteran in the eyes of California politics. So we'll see what happens, but that election will be very interesting. Just had to hop on here and on live and tell you guys about the Golden State stimulus that is finally being sent out. So we'll have an update on that. We'll have more developments as it finally does start to be sent out, and people start receiving the checks. We'll be sure to update you guys. I'm sure people will be posting about it on social media. So we'll take a look at that. But with that being said, that will essentially wrap up today's live. I do hope you enjoyed this live video. If you did, as always, give it a big thumbs up, smash the like button. I'd appreciate that. And if you haven't already, make sure you are subscribed to this channel. Click that big red button and that notification bell as well. As always, if you like to get some free stocks, go ahead and use the links down below in the description. When you do sign up with Robinhood and or Webull, I actually get some free stocks, some valued up to thousands of dollars in some cases. And if you want to connect with me on social media, I am on Instagram, link down below, at Logan Cohn, LOGANKOHN. Hope you enjoyed this one. Quick comment from Junior. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that kind words. Thank you very much, Junior. Thank you, thank you. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and smash the like button, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Take care for now.